Hi, Tom here. This is a follow-up. This is the same day that I posted the clown avatar for the first time. Um, it's let me just check here just to recap. It's day 11 of my VLCD, November 29th, 2009. I ended up actually being 309. So, um, this light is because I'm near a window and the sun's coming through. It's not some weird effect that I'm choosing to do. Um, Excuse me. I have a little tickle in my throat. I just had recently lunch within the last hour. Um, what did I have? I ended up having like 3/4 of a large cucumber because part of it was no good. And then I had a few pieces of celery. The celery, just for the record, I like with some real salt, which is like a sea salt, Redmond sea salt, um, and some cayenne powder, hot pepper powder on it. It gives it a little kick. I don't always eat it like that. Um, it was nice. I just tried that this time. It gives celery a little bit of a boost in flavor. Um, I had a few small shrimp that I defrosted real quick, the pre-cooked ones. I also throw some hot pepper powder on those. It's a nice facsimile of cocktail sauce, which obviously you can't have because there's sugar in it. Um, and About a half hour after that, half hour, 45 minutes or so, maybe an hour, I'm not sure, I had an apple. I had a nice size apple with cinnamon sprinkled on it. And I have to tell you, I wasn't starving before I had lunch. I knew that it was about lunchtime. I'd better eat. It was about 1:30. So the hunger is really abating. If I feel myself wanting something, I'm finding more and more that it's just a psychological need. It's not hunger. I sit there and there's not a hunger pang there. Um, so the HCG is working. I made my second batch of sublingual, and I found out that for the first batch, I probably measured it a little bit wrong. It didn't last the entire 15 days it was supposed to last. It lasted maybe 12 or 13 days. So I I was a little more careful this time in mixing it according to Mama Clock's instructions, and I made sure I have a whole 15 milliliter as the final batch. And I'm very careful when I measure that it's a half of milliliter morning and night. So this one should last 15 days. We'll see. I'm being careful to make sure I measured it right. But uh, like I said, the hunger isn't too bad. It's a lot better than it was. To anyone else who views this in the future, if you come across this particular video, give it some time, give it a week. You'll get through it. I mean, I was lucky. I was able to survive certain cheats through Thanksgiving and whatever. I mean, I blew Thanksgiving. I didn't eat everything in sight, but I ate a lot more than I should have. A lot more. I still can't believe that I made it through so well. I'm very fortunate. And even the subsequent, the day after, I went back to my mother's house and I had pie, of all things, pie, a sweet. And I lost weight, so I'm lucky there. I'm not going to push it though. I'm not going to take that as a reason to just cheat all the time because then it will catch up to me eventually. So, like I said yesterday, I only had that one meal because it was just circumstance. But I did well. I was able to enjoy coffee the way I like it later on. I figured I skipped a meal, so I was due that, and I had an apple and water late at night, and I lost weight this morning, 2 pounds. So we'll see how it goes for tomorrow morning's weigh-in. But this is great. I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life right now, things that aren't so good, with the divorce and things like that, a lot of tension in my living situation here. Not to mention still looking for a job, that sort of thing. So it's nice to have at least one thing in my life which is going the right way, in the right direction. It's definitely helping me with my self-confidence As a matter of fact, my belt today, I have a leather punch. I had to put another hole in it because I found all day yesterday when I was out, I had to keep pulling up my jeans, and it was on the tightest, you know, setting, the tightest loop, notch, whatever. And so today I noticed it happening again, and I said, "Oh, I can't stand having to walk around constantly pulling my pants up. It's annoying." So I put another notch in, and here I am. Uh, the belt is tighter now. I'm gonna wait before I get smaller clothes, though. I'm not at that stage yet. It's only from my various heaviest weight on the load days. I'm down 19 pounds from that. I mean, that's amazing to go through Thanksgiving and be down 19 pounds from my heaviest weight on my load after the load days. Um, so that's spectacular for me. I'm trying, you know, I don't want to become an evangelist for this. I mean, I tell people who need to lose weight about it. I'm not at the stage yet where I can be a testimonial. I haven't lost enough weight. I usually point them to videos of people who've been on this 8 to 12 months so they can see the dramatic difference in how people look in their face, their body, because it's nothing short of amazing, you know, how people transform with this. It's like a gastric bypass without the operation. And shame on the government for not, backing this sort of thing. Shame on them. This can prevent they talk about reining in healthcare costs. What a joke. What a joke. They can rein in all kinds of healthcare costs and everything if people would just get thinner and not have to deal with it. But again, I'll wait until I'm skinny guy, Mr. Buff Macho Man, whatever, to start in on that, any great frequency. It annoys me. It really does. I've been looking for this for a long time. I can't believe that this thing has been in existence since the 1940s and I didn't know about it. My entire life. I mean, before I was born, this existed. And I only just found out about it now. Imagine if I found out about this 10 years ago. A lot of things in my life would have been different and better. So anyway, I'm hopeful that I'll get through this and I'll be one of those shiny, happy, thin people with the after pictures. I feel that I'm headed in that direction. Thank you for all your encouragement. I really appreciate it. Keep commenting, subscribing. I'll try to comment more on some of your videos. I don't always comment, but I do click around and see how people are doing. It gives me great encouragement to do that, and it gives me great encouragement to read the comments and the emails from fellow HCGers,